everyone, and welcome to Lion Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. I am Carol Kearns. My husband Harry Shue is our co-host. Our mission for the show is twofold: to provide information about Connecticut Lions events and to showcase the many different organizations and causes that Lions support locally, regionally, and internationally. Harry?
Good evening and welcome. Please consult our website at www.lions23b.org or your district spirit for more information on coming events.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lion Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. Look at this very unusual vehicle we're standing beside. Right, Harry?
This is called a slingshot, and this is what the Wolcott Lions are raffling off this year for at their annual motorcycle raffle. It's got 3 wheels. It looks like a futuristic vehicle, kind of like a Batmobile or something from one of those future movies.
It is so cool. That's why I thought we could begin our show right here. Tell everybody where we are.
We're here at Pet Playhouse in Southington. Wallingford Lion, I believe Wallingford.
Yes.
Wallingford Lion. Wallingford Lion president, I do believe, too. Debbie Percha always hosts another event with the Moose Riders for a great cause. So we will be talking to Debbie just in a little bit and finding out what's going on here today.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Debbie.
How are you, Carol? Always a pleasure working with my brother and sister Lions.
You said it. Tell me what your position is this year in Wallingford.
No surprise, I'm president again.
Oh, wow.
I am grooming somebody to be president next year because I think after, 3-4 years, although I love it, I think it's time to pass the baton.
Very
yes.
good. How big is your club?
You mean how big are we as how many members or how many? Actually, we're small. We're 25, 30 people. We're a small club, but we're about 10, strong. We have quite a few that are elder, and this year we're actually going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary.
Yay! So wow!
It's December 27th. It will be our 50th anniversary in Lions, so we're very excited. So we are planning a big party dinner. So it'll be wonderful.
Put that on our calendar.
Yes.
The 27th.
The 27th. Well, December 27th is actually our day. And here comes the bikes.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi, and what's your name?
Hi, I'm Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hi.
What is your role here today?
I'm the vice president of the East Hartford Moose Riders.
Excellent. Yeah. What kind of bike do you ride?
Unfortunately, I had to sell mine back in 2014 because of a back injury.
Oh, my.
But, yeah, that's okay. My old man rides, and I have fun with the club. And
is your old man here?
He'll be returning. Yeah, he's out on the ride.
Sounds good. He's leading the ride.
Yes, and I, too, am a member of the East Hartford Moose Riders, which you know.
I do know that. Hi, and your name is?
I'm Lori Carroll. I'm with the Meriden Humane Society. And we have a table set up today, and we're trying to fill our ridge line here with a lot of supplies for our homeless animals, looking for people to come over and purchase one of our shirts, support all the causes here today. We appreciate everything Debbie helps us out with. And please feel free to come over to the Humane Society and check out our animals and volunteer. We always need volunteers, but please come over and visit the animals and see if there's anyone that you can take home.
Exactly. Well, thanks.
And we have one more person joining our collective.
Hi, do you want to stand over here?
Sure, pardon me, sorry.
I'll stand here then. How about if you all move in? Hi, and what's your name?
My name is Justine Rakish-Kelly.
Hi, Justine. Are you a rider?
I'm not a rider. I run the Children's Law Center, and the Moose Riders do this fundraiser for us every year.
And what do you do with this organization?
We represent children in contested custody and visitation cases in family court, children who are either abused or otherwise at risk with parents who have some limitations.
How do you find these children?
We're appointed by the court to represent them when they're already in court battling over them, yeah.
Wonderful. Do you go to a lot of events like this for fundraising?
We have a number of events, but this is probably the most fun event.
I can see why.
Yeah, and but this is a very unique event for us. It's one of a kind.
Well, I wish you good luck with this venture again. I'm sure it's going to be very successful today.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
We're
very
waiting.
much.
And Harry, how do I know you?
That's right, through the Lions Club. In fact, I'm going to have Harry come in because he is the first vice district governor, and he will talk about himself.
Excellent. Yay.
The Lions Club. Well, what do you want to know? Do you know about the Lions
I
Club?
don't know about the Lions Club. Tell me all about it.
What a great segue, huh? We are the largest service organization in the world. We have 1.4 million members. Wow. We just recently celebrated our centennial, right, Debbie?
Yes, we did. It was a good year.
And we had a great convention in Chicago. Carol and I attended. Now, knowing music, for $130 registration, we got to hear the Real Chicago's Band, the Beach Boys, and Charlie Daniels. We marched in a parade. But anyway, getting back to the serious things that we do, we had a Centennial Challenge, and there were 4 areas that we were really focusing in on, and those, Carol came up with a great acronym. They are HEVY, H-E-V-Y. It was hunger, environment, vision, and youth. So we serviced, the challenge was to service 100 million people in those 4 areas. We are currently at, guess how many people worldwide? We're in 210 countries. How many people out of 100 million, this is in 4 years, we are at, what do you think?
Oh, gosh. 1,500 million.
177 million plus. Yeah. So isn't that great? Yay. Yes. And I'm the first vice district governor for District 23B. We are moving into the next century. The next century, we're adding 2 more initiatives, and they are very important. One is diabetes, and the other is pediatric cancer. And we are upping our goal to service 200 million people every year by 2020. So that in a nutshell is the Lions. So thank you all for having us. This is great.
And please walk around, talk to everybody. Thank you for what you guys do. Congratulations, District Governor. I know.
Next year.
Now it's like I feel like I have to bow
You know what? No. That's not until next year.
All right.
And actually, I'm wearing this pin. Next year's convention, if you're in Las Vegas at the end of June,
next year's Vegas?
Stop by. Yeah, next year's Vegas.
All right.
So end of June is the convention. All right.
Excellent.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Harry. Definitely walk around, say hello.
Yep.
And
Bikes will be returning
Thank you.
soon.
Yeah, bikes will be back soon.
Great.
Put
All
your
right.
vote in.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Hi, I was attracted to your booth here with the orange balls, and tell us what's going on. Who are you?
My name's Karen Golden, and my wife and I own Fur Baby Self-Service Dog Wash. We're a self-service dog wash down the road here in Plantsville. All of our soaps are made in the USA. All of our products are made in the USA that we sell there. Hand-built store. She runs it full-time. Yeah. So we're here doing an event today for the Child's Law Firm. So
Where's your wife? Does she want to
she's actually
speak?
running the store.
Oh, she is.
She's running the store today. We're open on Sundays. Yep. Closed on Monday, Tuesdays. Yep. And I'm just.
Been here before?
Nope. This is our first time here. She's only been open a year, so.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I wish you luck. Do you want to show some of your products?
Sure. We have unbreakable balls. They're made in Michigan. They're guaranteed. If they break, you send them back. They'll replace them or reimburse your money. We have West Paws. They're also guaranteed.
This is why I told Harry to talk fast. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Very much appreciate it. I'll give you a card if you're interested.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, they're all coming back in. They're lining up, backing themselves in here. They must have had a wonderful ride here. It's a beautiful day for a ride, isn't it,
It is
Carol?
a beautiful day. Look at these gorgeous bikes.
They are. You know, they all shine up their bikes and make them look real beautiful for rides like this. Show them off, right?
Oh, definitely. Look at them.
So they're all here to raise money for a great cause.
You know what I notice, Harry? Every year we see more and more women who are on her own bike, let's say.
There's one backing in on a Suzuki right now.
Here's one right now coming in. I see several women, more and more, each time.
Surprise, surprise. Our good friend, past council chair, Dan DiVirgilio. How are you, Dan?
Good today. How you doing?
Great, great. We are surprised,
Carol.
but we're surprised, but we're not surprised to see you here. We're in Southington at Pet Playland, which is Debbie Purchase store. But Dan's business is right down the street.
Yeah, I'm less than 200 yards down on the same side. And I'm here because I'm supporting Deb and all her endeavors, because she supports the American Humane Society. We have a law firm here protecting children, advocating for children's rights.
Yeah, you know what we find is if you're a lion, you're not just a lion. You participate in a number of different volunteer organizations. Don't you find that's true?
Harry, you can't be more right than that. It's a way to give back to the community every day. You know, you have lion in your heart, you have volunteerism in your heart. And when I own a business, you have an opportunity to do a little bit more. And that's what I try to do, give back. I know it's a Sunday, we're out here on a Sunday, but does it matter? When you're trying to help the community, you come out and support the things that you believe that are in your heart. This is in my heart, too.
Yeah, and there's so many great causes. Like they're doing this for children here. You know, we do so many things for the lions. You can't do them all. So you find these other things people are doing, and you can't help but come out and support them.
You're right, and you do the same thing. I know you guys volunteer a lot, and, you know, lions in all our clubs do the same thing. If you talk to every lion, they have something else that they do. It's a community event, it's a children's hospital,
church,
whatever, you know, it might be the schools. But that whole idea, you can't, that's in your fabric. It's like, it doesn't disappear, it's just part of what you do every day. And you guys are well aware of that because you do a whole lot more too.
We do. And we thank you for asking us to be your cabinet secretary and treasurer back a few years ago. Well, that was our, you know, we have been involved in the cabinet, but that was really stepping it up a notch. So thank you for that.
Hey, you're welcome. You guys are more than qualified to do that. And I understand through the grapevine that this gentleman is going to be our governor pretty soon. I'm not going to say which year, if it's like next year or the year after, but it's pretty close to next year. And I'll be happy to help you whatever you need on your cabinet.
Great. And look what I've got.
Woo, I love it.
A Las Vegas pin we picked up in Chicago at the International Convention.
Awesome.
And you remember Jack Epperson?
Oh, yeah.
He is the chair for the International Convention in Las Vegas.
No kidding. Well, I'll be there.
They have the two chairs. They have like the local chair and then the LCI chair. So he's whatever the local chair, his official name is. But Jack's a great guy. We really enjoy Jack and Mary.
It's hard to actually find a bad lion. You know, it's like, it's a good lion. There's so many lions that do so many good work. It's great just to be part of that and say, yeah, I'm a Connecticut lion. It's kind of a proud thing to say, you know?
It is. And, you know, we're looked up, Connecticut lions are looked at as like a model state.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard that.
Yeah. The Train the Trainer program that I recently graduated from was used as a model for the Faculty Development Institute.
Yeah, when I went, we had some great, like Alan Danahersch and the Pope. The Pope from Terryville Lions Club. He knows who he is if he's watching. But it was a great class because you interacted so much with your fellow Lions and your peers. You couldn't help but learn and get that excitement pumping through your blood again.
And some of us are born speakers and presenters, and I would put you definitely in that category. I've been in some training sessions where you've been the moderator, the facilitator, and they've all been great.
Well, I appreciate that. I try my best, and I think when you have your heart in it like you do, it's easy to be communicate and get the information across because it's in your heart too. So you do very well. Look at you. You're on TV.
That's true. Anyway, let's get back to Farmers Insurance. What kinds of services do you specialize in?
Well, pretty much everything. Our specialization in this area is going to be our home and auto insurance with an umbrella. We also do commercial line insurance if you own a business. And some of the things on the side, we do pet insurance, and that's the reason I'm hooked up with Pet Playhouse, is that we do pet insurance, great programs. I also do stuff for the American Humane Society. We help foster parents and people who adopt parents to get pet insurance, because one of the key things is when you take a pet on is to make sure they have proper medical care. And sometimes you can't afford that, but the pet insurance makes those things affordable.
That's true. And as we know, vet bills can be very expensive these days.
Yeah, I could talk to my daughter. Surgery for $3,600, but they become part of your house. It's not like it's some animal.
They are.
It's like your kids.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to do things when you have that love and that connection. It's the right thing to do.
It is. I mean, look at the tragedies, the devastation in Texas and in Florida. Pets were a large part of people evacuating and taking their belongings and their pets and making sure they were well taken care of.
Yeah, that's critical. I mean, because they can't do on their own. If there's flood waters and there's no food, it's contamination, you got to get them to a safe place. I mean, you got to rescue pets just as well as you got to rescue us humans.
Right. And we talked about yes, we are, and we talked about lions. What lions do a while ago with Debbie and her friends. I am proud to say that Lions Clubs International Foundation stepped up in both Texas and in Florida to provide relief right away, which we always do. I mean, nothing new there.
Absolutely. And the nice thing about Lions International is that the money goes to local Lions clubs, so we know it gets distributed to the people who need it. It doesn't go to some kind of government agency. It goes right to us.
That's correct.
We're on the ground, and we give it to the people who are most in need, and that's invaluable.
I do get questions, when it goes to international, like in Africa, how do you know that it's getting to the people?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we know because it goes to the local clubs. It does not go to the governments and, to be hidden somewhere for some despot somewhere in some foreign country, So.
And that's why $1 million, it's a lot of money, but that's why it goes so far, because it's really going to the people who need it, not like half off somewhere else and half off. It's going right to aid, and that's important.
And it comes here too. I mean, in Connecticut, I can count Hurricane Sandy, the disaster in Newtown, and most recently our spot screeners for the pediatric eye screening. So it's not just going overseas. When you give to LCIF, it does come back to our own state.
Absolutely, and our local clubs in each community, when they have fundraisers, 100% of that money usually goes right back into the same community, with some money trickling up to LCIF. But the 80-90% goes right back in town, and that's important.
As Carol and I like to say in our intro, we support causes locally, regionally, and internationally.
I can't say it any better.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for being on the show once again.
Thanks for having me. Great work you're doing. Keep it up, Harry. Appreciate it. Almost governor. I can't wait to say governor.
All right.
Bye, Carol.
Here you can see some of the vendors that we have here. As you can see, the riders have all parked their bikes and are heading for some food. We've got a little cookout going in the back here. We're at the Town Line Plaza here in the Milldale section of Southington. Right next door is the Manor Inn. The Manor Inn is where we have many of our council meetings. In fact, we have all of the council meetings that Carol and I have attended have been at the Manor Inn. They do a great job there as well. And CLERF, Connecticut Lion's Eye Research Foundation, also has their dinner meetings at the Manor Inn. You can see some good-looking food being cooked over there. Got a barbecue, hamburgers and hot dogs. There's Pet Playhouse. The Meriden Humane Society. Got Dan and Carol talking over there, and some Avon fundraising. So a nice turnout here on a beautiful day. All right, here we are with our good friend from Rockin' Jay's DJ Services. Your name is?
Jay Bennell.
Jay, how's business going this year, Jay?
We're going very well this year. We just started the new one called Bones and Biscotti.
Yeah.
That's homemade dog treats. My wife Brenda runs that.
Right. How is she selling that? Does she sell it to, through stores or?
Yeah. We're into like 3 stores now. Plainville Pet Groomer, Debbie's Pet Playhouse. Yeah. It's in Debbie's, and we just started a new location in Prospect. It's right next to Dips Ice Cream. It's right next door, and I think that's it's Prospect grooming.
Okay.
And they have like a pet store down there. You can go in and get
all natural food, right?
All natural.
Very good.
Phone number is 518-2064 for Rockin' Jay's DJ service.
Great. Yeah, you can hear the music in the background. Great 60s songs. I love it. We volunteered at the Warner Theater, and last night Arlo Guthrie was in town.
Yeah.
It was a great show. Yeah, really enjoyed that.
Well, we aim to please, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, it's great music. You know, you have to be of a certain age to appreciate this, but actually not really. I mean, I'm sure when you go do certain events, you find plenty of young people who enjoy this stuff too.
Yeah. The oldies is coming back.
I don't think they ever left.
There you go.
All right. Thanks. Good
luck. Thank you. Okay.
Hello again, everyone. This has been a most exciting day at Debbie's event. Remember, she is the owner of Pet Playhouse right down there.
We'd like to congratulate Lion Debbie and the East Hartford Moose Riders on another successful event. This is, I think, our third time coming here for the Moose Riders, and we have a great time every year. So that's going to do it here from Pet Playhouse in Southington, Connecticut.
That's right. And Debbie is not just the president of the Wallingford Lions, but she is the owner of Pet Playhouse, and she and her husband Andy are moose riders. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Line Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. Here we are today at the Harwinton Fair. Harry?
I just finished my shift at the shingle mill. Made some shingles, which was great. The weather here is beautiful today, which is a departure from prior years, but it's wonderful. I understand that there was a large crowd here yesterday, Friday.
4,000 people.
Yes, and we are here. Eric Van Leer from the Harwinton Lions is doing a horse show, and he asked us to video that for him, and so we are here.
En avant.
All right, here comes Eric, doing a demonstration on how to handle a young horse, how to handle an older horse. Okay, Eric is talking to the crowd about figuring out, first of all, what do you want to do with the horse? He's saying you have to have a lot of patience with a horse. First thing you have to remember is to have a lot of patience with your horse. Okay, saying a horse will listen to everything you have to say. So once they learn the basics, they're almost like puppy dogs. Once they learn the basics, you can start teaching them other things. Saying the horse has to be big enough to support who's riding the horse, which makes sense. He's saying you have to rattle the reins there, rattle the chain, as he put it, so that they start paying attention to you. This is Lily's first time at any kind of a show. She's doing very well. So he's saying he's got to pull on the lead line and say stand. Okay. He's letting her. Letting the lead go. Asking her to stay. So he's saying at 4 months old, he'll take the horse out on the road and start putting weights on the back, on her back. So just to have them get used to the weight on their back. Makes it much easier later on if you can get them used to having weight on their back. Interesting, at 6 months old, she would go jogging with Eric on the road. So she's been a traveling horse. She's been places. She's been to the Big E, for one. So you've got to train her and to have her be with you, and then you can start to take her places. So it says you put your arm under her neck first of all, and then you can actually grab her and she'll walk around. So the older horses require a little bit more work, I guess, because they are more set in their ways. Okay, he's got a driving whip that he's going to use. So he's just rubbing it across her back. He's talking about saddling the horse now, have them standing in one place. So now he's pushing into her and turning her around that way. It says if the ears are flat, then there might be an issue with the horse. So I guess as long as the ears are straight up, things are good. He's saying that she is almost like a watchdog, that she'll know when somebody is coming. She's walking very well, responding to the little whip that he has. So she's just trotting around. They're saying keep their head tight inside to stop a runaway horse. Saying you can just hold the hoof up, and that makes it easy when you're trying to clean the hoof. She was stamping her hoof there. Not sure why she's doing that, but okay, so Eric is just taking some questions from the people who are watching his demonstration here. They call him the Horse Whisperer, Eric Van Leer. So that'll do it for this episode of Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry from Pet Playhouse in Southington and the Harwinton Fairgrounds. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed our show this evening. Tune in next week for another Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. Good night.
Bye-bye.